So I want to talk to you guys about how to find an equation of a line in slope-intercept form passing through 2 points. Okay, so this is Math 082, and I believe slope-intercept form is covered in section 1.4. Okay, so just a heads up, on the exam, okay, the only thing you can remember, is your calculator. So you need to remember the equation for slope-intercept form, okay? And that equation is y equals mx plus b, okay? So again, you really need to memorize this, okay? It will not be given to you on the test. Okay, so if somebody asks you for something in slope-intercept form, you need to know what that means and how to do that, okay? So a lot of my students like it when I break down problems into steps, okay? So the steps for these sorts of problems, right? The first thing is that you want to find the slope, okay? So a second thing, unfortunately, that you're going to have to memorize for this problem is you're going to have to memorize the slope equation or slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, okay? Or another way to think about it, remember, is the change in y over the change in x, okay? So what we need to do here, I'll pick another color, is we need to assign, right, from these 2 points, we need to assign point 1 and point 2. So usually I just make the first one point 1 and I make the second one point 2, just for simplicity's sake. Okay, so if I use this formula to find the slope, okay, I'm literally just putting, as you can see, 15 into y2. It looks like 17 is y1. Okay, it looks like x2 is negative 2. And it looks like x1 is 5. Okay, so to me, doing this math here, looks like we get negative 2 over negative 7, which reduces to positive 2/7. Sometimes people ask me, if you left both negatives there, would it be wrong? And the answer is yes, you would lose points because you do need to simplify it. It's not completely simplified. Same thing if you left, for example, 3/6. If you didn't reduce that to 1/2, you would also lose points. Okay, so let's go back and remember our goal, right? This is our end goal, right? We're trying to get something in this form, okay? So if we look at what we've done so far, right, we can write this as y is equal to 2/7 x plus, right, and we still don't know what b is, our y-intercept, okay? So our second point, and I apologize that everything's kind of squished together here, okay, our second step then is to substitute one of the 2 points, it doesn't matter, okay, into x and y, and therefore we can solve for b, okay? So it really doesn't matter whether you use the point 517 or whether you use the point negative 215. Usually I just pick the smaller numbers. Both numbers, or both ordered pairs, to me look about the same. So I'm just going to use the first ordered pair, right, which is the point 517. Okay, so in this case, wherever I see, let's use a different color here. Wherever I see x, right, in place of x, I'm going to be writing a 5. And wherever I see y in this equation, I'm going to write 17 instead of y. Okay, so y becomes 17. Okay, x becomes 5. And, okay, we get an equation with just one variable. Okay, So it looks like we have 17 is equal to 10/7 plus b. Okay, now I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I totally made these points up out of my head when I created this problem. So unfortunately, as you can see, our y-intercept is not a whole number, which is kind of annoying, right? Okay, so I'll just go through this real quick. Alright, easiest way to solve this is just to subtract 10/7 for both sides. We'll have to do a little bit of fraction math, which is never pleasant, but we can do it. Okay, so easiest way to do this math here is to multiply 17 by 7/7. 7/7 is just 1, right? So that doesn't change anything. So what is that? 70, right? Plus 49. Okay. I think that's 119. Okay, so you can check my math. Okay, so that would be our B. Okay, unfortunately, as you can see on this screen here, I don't have any more room at all. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next slide. If you're still copying stuff or taking notes, feel free to pause this video. But I'm gonna go to the next slide here, and okay. So our last step, again, I don't have room on the previous page, right, is to rewrite the equation, right? And this time we want to fill in both our slope, which we had 2/7, right? And now we can also substitute our b, okay? If we go back, remember our b was 109/7. Again, I could be wrong, but I don't think you can reduce that. 109/7. Okay, let me go back one more time, just double check the math here. Okay, yep, it should be positive. Okay, so this would be my final answer. Okay, and again, remember this is your slope. Okay, and this is your y-intercept.